Now we are starting with another lecture on myoglobinuria. Myoglobin is hemoglobin present in muscle which helps in oxygenation. This myoglobin will appear in blood producing myoglobinemia whenever there is a muscle necrosis. So in case of any condition which produces muscle necrosis, myoglobin will appear in blood, and that myoglobin can be filtered out in urine via glomerular, we call inner glomerular filtrate. So by definition, it is presence of myoglobin in urine. Usually it is in muscle necrosis, we call rhabdomyolysis or muscle destruction. Presence of myoglobin in urine. So rhabdomyolysis is a syndrome characterized by muscle necrosis and release of intracellular muscle constituent in circulation. And depending upon that, you can have a life-threatening condition sometimes which can produce AKI. Now this particular muscle necrosis will also have enzymes elevation, which is the enzyme present in muscle we call CPK, creatine phosphokinase. So that will be also elevated, and simultaneously it can also produce electrolyte imbalance. So the most common etiology is a damage to the muscle, and in that particular etiology there is a traumatic damage to the muscle like crush injury we call. It can be damaged because of drugs or toxins which can produce damage to the muscles, or because of infection, genetic disorders, excessive muscle activity like marathon race, ischemia, compartment syndromes we call, or it can be because of damage in case of an endocrine disorders, and sometime in an immunological disease you can have a muscle damage. Rhabdomyolysis you can divide into two groups: traumatic injury, non-traumatic injury. In a traumatic injury, it may be with compression or without compression, and the causes in that particular group: muscle trauma, which we can be multiple trauma, crush injury following a surgery, or even in a comatose patient or in an immobilized patient also. In a non-traumatic variety, we can divide into exertional group, non-exertional group. Exertional group means after a severe exertion, you can have a damage to the muscles like marathon race, or following a massive damage to the muscle in case of a heat illnesses, following a seizures like grand mal seizures, metabolic myopathies, malignant hypothermia, neuroleptic syndromes, and non-exertional condition like alcohol, ethyl alcohol, certain drugs, infections, electrolyte imbalance, and polymyositis. And whenever there is a damage to the muscle, it releases myoglobin. That myoglobin will appear in blood, we call myoglobinemia, which can be filtered out, in urine, we call myoglobinuria, which will appear in a proximal tubule, and it will give rise to ion overload and may produce a tubular damage, which can end up with acute tubular necrosis and finally into AKI. Or myoglobinemia, it will be picked up by reticular endothelial system. Because of massive damage to the muscle, it can produce a volume depletion by third space shifting. There can be endotoxin cascade which can be stimulated, which will produce renal ischemia by means of a hypoperfusion, either because of endotoxins or because of a volume depletion. And whenever there is a volume depletion, associated acidemia can occur, and you can have a acidic urine which can give rise to cast formation, which can also blocks the tubule and gives rise to tubular damage, which can produce acute tubular necrosis and again end up with a AKI. So this is a chart showing you a multiple way in which you can end up with acute tubular necrosis and acute renal failure, or we call it the AKI. there are the three classical signs which appears in a case of a myoglobinuria because of a muscle damage, that is muscle pain, severe weakness and dark colored urine. Person will complain of fatigue, joint pain, may have seizures, and invariably they develop AKI. At the local level, because of compartment syndrome, person can have a local severe tenderness and it can trigger of DIC. Person will pass red to brown color urine. Symptom signs of basic etiology may be present and invariably person will complain of oliguria because of AKI. When you want to approach to any person who has got a red colored urine with history of trauma, always do keep it in mind possibility of myoglobinuria. In urine analysis, dipstick will be positive for hemoglobin, RBC will be absent, and microscopically if you look no RBC, there will be brown cast and person will have a presence of heme which will be shown in urine analysis. Serum potassium concentration will be elevated because of acidosis. Creatine in phosphokinase will be elevated because of the damage to the muscle. We call CPK level will be high. There will be associated hyperkalemia, hyperphosphatemia. It will be associated with hypocalcemia, and you will have also elevated level of uric acid, and so you can have even hyperuricemia, and that hyperuricemia can also produce presence of uric acid crystals in urine. Acid base imbalance will be present, uric acid will be elevated, blood urea and creatinine will be also elevated, and calcium level will be low, and even you can have a signs of DIC. We have already shown this slide in the previous lectures that if you see the centrifuge sample and supernatant is reddish in color, and if it is positive for a dipstick, you should rule out myoglobin urea, and if plasma color is absolutely clear, it is in favor of a myoglobin urea. Once you detect a myoglobin urea, treatment is to treat the underlying cause. You have to give an IV fluids, aggressive IV fluid resuscitation. Electrolyte imbalance should be treated. Depending upon the urine acidity and acid base imbalance, you can think over of alkalinization of urine, and whenever there is a tight compartment syndrome, you should think of phaseotomy. Mannitol may be helpful, and in extreme cases dialysis is very helpful. Complication because of myoglobinuria, again AKI, you can end up with acidosis, electrolyte imbalance, particularly hyperkalemia, hypocalcemia, you can have a tight compartment syndromes, seizures can be precipitated, you can have a cardiac arrhythmia because of a electrolyte imbalance like hyperkalemia, and person can develop cardiac arrest, and even person can develop DIC. Here I end my lecture.